Productions, baby.
Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground. It's the underground. Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip the coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the bars, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run.
Yeah.
Boy, you done.
Yeah.
It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done.
Yeah, it's your host, Filthy Rich, on the Underground Sports Show. You know what it is, baby. It's week 14, game day, baby, yeah. You know what it is, man. Last week of fantasy football, 5 more weeks of NFL football, man. So it smell like the playoffs is coming up, baby. You know what I'm saying? So call into the show. We always live, 412-407-2744. Call in, talk your sports, talk your shit. You know what it is, man. Yeah, it's the underground, baby. Yeah, we got some college football championship games to talk about. We got a game of the week coming up. We're going to find out what that is, man. It's probably Steelers versus Ravens. How about that? You know what I'm saying? We also got the Loser Bowl coming up. We're going to get into that, man, because we got the NFL draft showing up in Pittsburgh this year. And you know how I do, man. Odds and end, upset alert, all that good stuff, man. So stay tuned. Yeah. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, it's the underground. What's up, baby? Underground Sports Show. Sorry for the late start a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Had a little technical difficulties. I still could be having some technical difficulties because, you know, this internet want to cut up on Sunday morning sometimes. That's just what it is, man. I see that a lot here on Sunday mornings, man. When I go on at night, I don't have no problems, but in the mornings, it's just a little crazy. But what's up, everybody, man? If you up in here in the chat, say what's up. You know what I'm saying? If not, holla at your boy. Call in to the show. Tell me what you know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got a lot to talk about, man. Well, I hope you watched college football last night because we're going to get into some of that. But first thing up, man, let's go back to Thursday night, man. Thursday night was a great football game in the NFL. Cowboys versus Lions. And, man, the Lions finally took out the Cowboys. Cowboys was on a hot little streak. Just beat the Chiefs. Just beat the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? They thought they was smoking hot. They thought they was going to run the table and go to the playoffs, right? Well, it did not work out like that now, did it? You know what I'm saying? But the big story in the game was Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Jahmyr Gibbs ran all over the Cowboys, made them understand how bad their defense was. They was looking good. I mean, they beat Mahomes, they beat Hurts. So they was feeling good about themselves, right? But Jared Goff was just too efficient for them. Ross St. Brown came out there and did his thing. Jameson Williams been doing great. And Jahmyr Gibbs went crazy, man. Look, 3 touchdowns. Don't know how many yards he had, but it was enough for me to score 27 points in my fantasy football league. What's your fantasy looking like, man? I'm sitting pretty. You know what I'm saying? But back to Jahmyr Gibbs looking like a fantasy football player on Thursday night. 3 touchdowns, like I said. Tied Barry Sanders for the most touchdowns with 47 touchdowns under the age of 24. Under the age of 24, that's crazy to me right there. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't turn 24 till March 20th. So every touchdown he scores after that is basically crushing Barry Sanders' record of the most touchdowns of a player under 24. You know what I'm saying? So that's good for Jahmyr Gibbs all day. Definitely deserves it. Came into the football world, NFL world. It's a gangbuster, man. I mean, nobody really seen it coming. Everybody thought it was kind of a reach when they grabbed him up in the draft.
The
Detroit
most
did.
touchdowns.
All right, so I'm looking good. My bad. I had to go back to the stream and make sure I'm good because, like I said, having some technical difficulties this morning. So yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs did his thing, and yeah, the man under 24 years old, he's probably going to at least score what? We got 5 games left. I'm gonna give him 2 touchdowns in at least 2 games. You know what I'm saying? So that's 4 more. He's gonna crush it, man. He's gonna get about 6 more touchdowns. I'm just guessing because they trying to make the playoffs too. Yeah. Other things in that game, man, crazy. Let's check out CeeDee Lamb's injury, man. Did y'all see CeeDee Lamb hit his head, man? If y'all didn't, man, here we go, because this is pretty wild.
Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb went down with a scary concussion today, and fencing response directly following impact. Let's break down why this occurs with an intention to raise awareness. Play the fencing response directly following impact. Let's break down Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb went down with a scary concussion today, and display the fencing response directly following impact. Let's break down why this occurs with an intention to raise awareness for TBIs. We see CeeDee go fully airborne, reaching with his left hand for a one-handed catch. Torso rotates right as he descends. That left shoulder girdle hits first the AC region and the clavicle, striking the turf together, creating an abrupt compression and shear load through the upper trunk. Then we see a lateral head strike followed by a rotational recoil. His head bounces, snaps to the right, and his torso follows, triggering a fencing response. His right arm fingers splay into abduction. The right arm extends while the left arm and left leg lift and flex. An inconsistent but recognized lower extremity variant of the fencing response. The initial impact
causes the brain to rapidly accelerate and decelerate, while also rotating and twisting inside the skull.
This combination
Causes damage and temporary dysfunction of this region of the brain called the brain stem, which is responsible for motor reflexes and even regulating your breathing and heart rate. The fencing response, which is sometimes observed after concussion with TBI, is thought to be linked to the reactivation of a primitive reflex we all had as babies.
Damn. Knocked him back into baby form, man. That's crazy, man. Hit your head that hard. That's wild, man. That's wild. I seen CeeDee Lamb on the sideline after that, smiling, kind of disappointed he couldn't go back into the game. But yeah, that ain't no joke right there, man. I would be very surprised if we seen CeeDee Lamb back in there next week, man. If CJ Stroud was out that long with his concussion, I can imagine CeeDee Lamb being out for a minute too, because that was a hurt piece, okay? But speaking of CeeDee Lamb being out, of course, the only wide receiver left is George Pickens, right? And George Pickens just didn't have a good day, man. George Pickens goes 5 catches for 37 yards, but really the moral of the story was his effort, man. And this is what we told all the Yinzers out there that, we should have went with George Pickens one more year. Come on, man. We the Steelers could have handled that one more year. Just see what he did. Nah, man. Nah, because he done did this to us, man. This is what we talking about. Now, he's having a great season. Don't get it twisted. 78 receptions, over 1,000 yards already. But when it counts, George Pickens is not there for you. And George Pickens is still not a number 1 receiver. Because, see, you can have talent all you want. But it's the effort, bruh. It's the effort. It's the effort. And George Pickens got into it with Richard Sherman. I didn't even need Richard Sherman to tell me what he said after the game. But immediately after the game, Richard Sherman ripped into George Pickens, saying he was lazy. He was quitting on routes. His effort was bad. You know what I'm saying? We all seen the pass that fell right next to him. And he didn't even go for it. So, yeah, man, George Pickens got a bad attitude. Him and Richard Sherman went back and forth into it. And George Pickens just doubled down on the reason he's out of Pittsburgh. Because he just had to respond to to Richard Sherman. George Pickens just had to respond, right? He couldn't just suck up his criticism. Instead, he had to come at Richard Sherman, calling him all types of names. Pickens went on to say Sherman was nothing without the Legion of Boom, referring to dominant Seattle Seahawks defense of the 2010s, right? Don't speak on me unless you know the game of football. But Richard Sherman, like you said, going to the Hall of Fame, don't know football though. As a former player, not a fan, to act like a double team is not a thing or certain bracket coverages don't exist. Yeah, that's basically what George said. George Pickens basically bringing up excuses. And this is what I've been telling y'all, man. Good number 1 receivers, they just go out there and beat the double team, man. Jerry Rice, the Chris Carters of the world, Reggie Waynes, back to anybody, man. I mean, you know who the number one receivers are out here, man. Not just right now, but in history. Like I said, Jerry Rice is never worried about no double team. Never. So for George Pickens to even bring up that, oh, they were double teaming me. Come on, bro. You want to be a number one receiver, right? You did want to be the number one receiver. You want to blame it on the quarterback in Pittsburgh. Now you got a good quarterback. And when you get set up by yourself and you have a bad game, now you want to blame it on the double team. Bro, we can see it was your effort. We can see that. None of us needed Richard Sherman to tell us. But yeah, Richard Sherman responded to that with a pretty decent response, man. Richard Sherman basically said, look, he ain't even worthy enough of a response from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back and forth with George Pickens. I know I'll lock down George Pickens. You know what I'm saying? So in so many words, that's what he said. I'm not worried about George Pickens. He don't even deserve a response, man. So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Richard Sherman calling out George Pickens right after the game, just because, you know, a lot of these Gingers here in Pittsburgh swear up and down that we gave away George Pickens for nothing. Look what he's doing in Dallas. Come on, man. Let that go, man. Let that go. George Pickens is a cancer, bruh. Whenever he ain't happy, he's not going to do what he needs to do for the team, bro. It's all about him. It's all about him. Let me bring up my chat because I forgot to drop that in there. Yeah. But, yeah, you got to get out of here with that, George Pickens. You got to get out of here with that. All right. Up next, man, let's go back and look at some college football, man. College football championship games was this weekend, man. We had a great weekend of college football, man, for sure, man. Hey, upsets all day, though, man. First of all, Tulane took out number 24 North Texas. North Texas stepped up, man. 11-2, 5-1 in their conference, but Tulane was too much to handle for them on their championship. That was Friday. James Madison should be getting into the playoffs by beating Troy 31-14 in their conference championship. Now, the big game was Indiana-Ohio State, right? Indiana-Ohio State, man. I didn't think Indiana had a chance, man. I ain't going to lie. I thought the big, mighty Ohio State Buccaneers was just going to go in there and take out, just go in there and basically take out Indiana. I truly believe that. You know, I thought they would hang in there for a minute, but I didn't think they was going to beat them not even in a shootout, in a dogfight. You know what I'm saying? 13-10. And there was a lot of time left in that game for Ohio State to make it happen, and they just couldn't, man. Now, this game was really about the two quarterbacks that was supposed to step up and be the Heisman Trophy winners, right? That's what was supposed to happen in this game. But that's not what happened. It turned into a defensive battle. And yeah, basically, Indiana came on top, making the plays at the right time, shutting down Ohio State's offense. I mean, with Jeremiah Smith and Tate back there, and you shut that down, hey, y'all deserve everything, man. Y'all definitely deserve the Big Ten championship. Indiana's making the Big Ten even better. I don't know about this SEC thing being the best conference in football. I don't know about that, man. That's what that's the cookie cutter shit to say all the time. But, you know, moving on to the SEC, Alabama just couldn't even hang in there with Georgia. It wasn't even competitive. From the rooter to the tutor, Georgia just dominated Alabama, man. So, you know, you ask me, SEC was not that good this year. LSU was out of the picture. They went searching for a new coach and got it. You know, Ole Miss won't be back after Lane Kiffin's gone. Texas A&M choked in the clutch. Who else out of the SEC? SEC just didn't work out, man. Alabama really wasn't all that. And, you know, Texas and actually Oklahoma was pretty good in the SEC this year. And they're coming from the Big 12 a couple years ago. So, you know, it's acting like if teams was in the SEC, then they wouldn't be good. That just ain't true, man. It just ain't true. So, yeah, Texas Tech, who I like, out of the Big 12, like I was just talking about, they look pretty good against BYU, dominating them. The number 11th team in the country BYU is, and they still dominated them. So let's see what Texas Tech can do in these playoffs, man. But the biggest story after these games came on, once they got on the field and settled everything, was the Duke Blue Devils beating Virginia in an ACC championship. Now, Duke ain't never won an ACC championship, but I knew. As soon as I seen Duke versus Virginia, and I like Virginia, but as soon as I seen Duke versus Virginia, I knew Duke wasn't worried about Virginia. There's something about the North Carolina boys versus some Virginia boys that I knew these North Carolina boys wasn't worried about Virginia. I knew they felt like they could beat these dudes. And that's what they went out there and did. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, the quarterback for Duke, was out there looking like Green Bay's quarterback, Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look here, man. Shout out to Duke. They made some big plays in this game. Let's just check out one big play that I liked a lot in this game, because the Dukies handled their business, man. Never won an ACC championship. Came out there, won this game. And hey, man, Virginia was the better team, but Duke handled their business, man, for real. Let's check out this play right here. My man going up top.
For the jugular. You get sudden change. You're in plus territory. Your coach gives you the green light. Boys, we're going for the kill shot. Throws a shot right down the sideline.
Get this feet in bounds. Let's go back and check the overview.
Turnover for each team. Each quarterback's thrown one interception. Manson trying to make it hurt.
Boom. Virginia was sick, man. And this ain't the only catch like this, man. My man threw about 3 balls like this. 18 caught another one. Number 2 had a nice one where he had his phone posits on and caught one in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Not in the end zone, but on the sideline with his phone posits, getting his toes in. Man, them phone posits, man. Them phone posit spikes is dope, man. I got to get me some of them, bro. I definitely got to get me some of them. And I ain't playing no football, but I just want some phone posit spikes just to sit there, man. That's how dope them things is, man. For real. But yeah, hey, shout out to Duke, man. Them North Carolina boys got them, man. So yeah, let's check out what the college football playoffs might look like. I mean, right now, these are just predictions of what it's going to be. But the 12 teams right now is looking like it should be Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Oregon. It's going to get in. Of course, they got to slide Oregon up in there. JMU, James Madison gets in because of their conference championship. Tulane's getting in there because of their conference championship. They're going to slide Ole Miss in there. We all knew they was going to go on a playoff run just because they was ranked number 7th in the country. They going to squeeze Alabama in there? I don't like that, man. Texas A&M going to squeeze in there. Okay, they was at the top all year until they lost. 4 teams on the bye is going to be Indiana, Ohio State. So they changed that. Texas Tech and Georgia. So the top 4 teams should be getting the bye this year instead of the top 4 conference champions, right? So, you know, ACC might not get in this year because it's Duke. Now, Virginia probably would have got in because they was ranked and they beat enough ranked teams or whatever like that. But it's looking like Duke ain't going to get a chance. And that's a big, big story. Because we was always, when it was the BCS and they was picking teams by voters, it was like somebody's always getting left out. Well, now we got 12 teams in the college football playoffs and we still got somebody getting left out, man. Still somebody got an argument, man. So, you know, and I said it years ago, this was just not going to work. You know what I mean? I like college football playoffs better than I do college football without the playoffs. Yes, I do. But I knew there was still going to be controversy. So at the end of the day, this was never going to eliminate because there was always going to be that 13th team that say we deserve to be in, man. Duke won a championship in their conference. Every conference champion, if you're a major conference, you should deserve to be in the playoffs, man. That's ridiculous to me. I think they're getting shafted. I know they're only 7-5, but come on, man. That just ain't cool at all. That Duke ain't going to get into the playoffs, all right? All right, let's go back to some more beef between players, man. Trey Essex and Patrick Queen had some beef, man. Let's listen to Trey Essex on 93.7 real quick.
He got into it a little bit with Patrick Queen because he's a nice guy. How you doing, Trey? That was an odd thing that happened.
It was. Which part? Which was odd? My newfound Twitter beef with Patrick, or just downright how horrible we looked on Sunday?
Oh, well, the horrible thing, I mean, I wasn't expecting that, but it's sort of been trending in that direction. No, and we'll get into the game because that's more important, but I found it odd that he replied, and I'm not going to ask you to get into it again, but I found that part to be strange, and I thought that you handled it appropriately. I would like to add on your behalf, you got 2 Super Bowl rings. That's all I want to say, Trey. You got a couple of rings, buddy.
Okay, so yeah, that's the conversation Trey Essex had on 93.7. But so the beef was about him calling out Patrick Queen and basically saying Patrick Queen is not a Steelers linebacker. And that's what I've been telling y'all the whole time, man. Patrick Queen is the problem right around here, man. Patrick Queen ain't playing well at all. You can be leading the team in tackles all you want, but bruh, that's the position. That's not true. And Trey Essex basically came out and said after the loss that simply put, he's not a Steelers linebacker. He's not Lawrence Timmons. He's not Ryan Shazier. He doesn't play with that disposition. So disposition, when he says he does not play with that disposition, basically he's saying he doesn't play with enough heart. I'm telling you right now. That's what he's saying. That's the nice way of saying that he ain't playing with enough heart. He ain't playing like Lawrence Timmons. He ain't playing like James Ferrier or Ryan Shazier. He ain't playing with the heart of Ryan Shazier. He can't stop the run. He can't cover the pass like Ryan Shazier. He's not the leader. He's not the field general that James Ferrier was. And he doesn't have the tenacity that Lawrence Timmons had in the middle. He's lacking all of that. He doesn't have not one of those traits, bruh. So is Trey Essex correct? Hell yeah, he's correct. Yo, Tommy Warren in the chat. What up, baby? Hell yeah, Trey Essex is right to say that. Now, of course, your boy Patrick Queen had to say something back, even in injury. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Queen had to say something back. You sat the bench for years and you rode the coattails. That's the only reason you got 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, I know I'm choppy a little bit, man. There ain't really much I could do about it, man, at this point. Tommy Ward, I feel you. I appreciate it, though, man. Yeah. She just, Patrick Queen tripping. I don't think he even should have reacted to that. When players react, I feel like, when you react to something that somebody said, you make it more true. You bring more attention to the situation. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think so, man. Should players, what y'all think, man? Should players really react to any media or any guy like me on YouTube? Should players really react to that? I don't think so, man. I don't think any player should react to or respond just like George Pickens. Just take your criticism, bruh. Patrick Queen, just take your criticism. You know what I'm saying? Make it motivate you. Make yourself better. That's I don't even know other way to tell you to handle that. But clapping back, talking shit on the other player, I'm pretty sure Trey Essex ain't worried about you, bruh. Even though he was a backup, he's a backup for a good team. You a backup for a team that ain't been nowhere. Ain't getting overpaid. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that, man. Trey Essex came in here and did in some relief and played some good games and led us to some Super Bowls. So Patrick Queen, we looking for you to do something like that, man. If you ain't, I know you out today, but bruh, you might get your spot took today. If it wasn't for the money, you probably been off the field. But yeah, let's go to some the next topic here. Some illegitimate trading, I feel like that's going on. You know what I'm saying? My Daily Beverage says we should have kept Spillane. Hell yeah. And that's another thing, man. When we get into this coaching talk and all that stuff like that, we got to look at the GMs and stuff like that who's giving away players like Spillane. Not selling, and not keeping players last year like Orlando Roberts, who was stopping the run. And now he's out there playing for other teams doing the same thing. We put all our weight in on a guy that never played in the 3-4. That Ravens wanted to give away. We know the Ravens love defense as much as we do. Why the Ravens giving him away? Why is that? So yeah, don't make too much sense to me at all. But let's get into some illegitimate trading, man. Hey, I thought the trade deadline was over. So you tell me what in the heck is going on with this Adam Thielen and Darius Slay situation, man, because I ain't really never seen nothing like this late in the season where guys ask request to get out of town because they want to finish a playoff run with a better team. That's what Adam Thielen said to Minnesota. Let me go so I could go play for a better team. And the next day, he was picked up by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I don't know how much of a better team that he thinks he's on. But our season is just starting today. I'll tell you that much for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Our season's just starting today. Both us and the Ravens are 0-0 right now. 6-6, same thing. Our season starts today, bruh. We ain't need to worry about them 6 wins. We don't need to bother about them 6 losses. We need to start today and play today and handle our business. But yeah, Adam Thielen, his dream comes true. Playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gets to play with Aaron Rodgers. Can he save the Steelers' offense, man? Because I don't think the Steelers' defense been that bad, man. I mean, I know what the statistics say. But I don't think they deserve all 6 of these losses. I truly don't. Especially the Bills game. We scored 7 points. You think we're going to beat the Bills scoring 7 points? People think Tomlin is the owner, GM, coach, DC, OC, ball boy, water boy, landscaper at this thing. That's Jackie in the chat. Real shit, though, man. They really do. They really do. And I don't know where they get this from, man. I don't know where they get this from. All he do is cook the food that they bring in the kitchen. If they bring great value food in here, that's all they can cook. It's on the field, man. It's on the field. And then his side of the ball ain't doing as bad as you think, man. All this statistical, all this stuff, you're wrong. But let's go back to the Buffalo game real quick before we get into the Ravens game, right? Let's go back to the Buffalo game because I need to talk shit on you Yinzers out there. You know what I'm saying? You Yinzers that was booing in the stadium, bro, and trying to fire Mike Tomlin with your voices. Number 1, y'all know damn well that shit ain't happening. Number 2, y'all know damn well that it was disrespectful, and I'm going to tell you why, man. I'm going to tell you why the fire Tomlin chants and the boo and renegade was disrespectful. Now, I know everybody don't love the song Renegade, but that ain't what this is about, man. The moral of the story is the Renegade song is the song that hypes up the defense, right? So, we talk about a game where the offense only got 7 points. We had 2 turnovers in the first half on defense. Went into the half 7-3, and y'all booing the defense? What we booing the defense for? At the end of the game, it was 23-7. What are we booing the defense for? You think you're going to beat Josh Allen by scoring 7 points? I don't give a fuck if you bring Ray Lewis and them boys out there, man. The Chicago Bears in 85. You're not beating Josh Allen and Cook with 7 points. You're not going to do it. Now, this offensive coordinator got to catch that, man. I give him that. And old-ass Aaron Rodgers holding on to the ball all day. Now, was the defense perfect? Fuck no. But James Cook ran on us for just as many yards as he do to everybody else. We do know that the Bills are the number 1 rushing team in the league. So basically that means they do that shit to everybody. You should have expected a little couple pops here and there. We ain't world beaters. This ain't 2008. But to blame the defense for the loss, when you play Josh Allen, you got to score. When you play Patrick Mahomes, you got to score. When you play Justin Herbert, who we lost 25-10 to, you got to score. Even when we played the Jets, we had to score. You can't score 7, man, and expect to beat Josh Allen. It ain't going to happen. It just ain't. So, Boo and Renegade made no sense. You're just a spoiled Yinzer. Boo and screaming fire Mike Tomlin when he got 2 years in his contract, and you know how the Steelers get down. They're not wasting no money. His defense is getting turnovers. They're getting interceptions. They getting sacks. We're like number 5 in sacks. But even if you go to the Buffalo-Houston game, Houston, even if you gave Houston, no, am I fault? Even if you gave the Steelers Houston's defense, right? Take the Steelers defense off to the field, who all you Yingers hate this year. They're the worst defense the Steelers ever had. Take them off the field and put Houston's defense on our team, right? Think about it. With our offense, last week before the Bills beat the Steelers, they lost to Houston 23-19. So they still put up 19 points against the number 1 defense in the league. So with our offense, we still would have lost. Even if we had the number 1 defense in the league, we still would have lost to the Buffalo Bills because our offense scored 7 points and y'all booing Renegade. And like I said, it ain't about the song. It hypes up the defense though, bruh. And y'all should be hyping up this defense because this defense been dragging us to the playoffs for the past 6 years. Even though we've been losing, they still been the reason we even been going to the playoffs. So being mad at the defense is ridiculous. Y'all got back Canada fired a while back, and look what y'all got now. Y'all still ain't got shit. Because we need a fucking quarterback. We ain't shit until this GM, until this organization get Mike Tomlin a quarterback. And they fucking know it. That's why they ain't firing Mike Tomlin. So you can fire Mike Tomlin, Chance, all you don't want. All you doing is ruining the team that you're supposed to be rooting for. Is you a fan or not? And I get being mad at your team. I get talking about it at work and all that shit like that. But for you to go to the game knowing that the offense ain't scoring shit and you boo a Renegade and you fire Mike Tomlin, who y'all blame this worst defense on, but the offense only scored 7 points? Come on, man. Come on, man. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. But let's listen to Filippone on 93.7 and see what he got to say. Because he's usually wrong.
I want to first say this. What we are experiencing and seeing and hearing right now is the effect of the fire Tomlin chants. They're working. Yesterday we did a topic where I said, I know that Art's not going to fire Mike, but would you do it? It sounds like the most plugged in people in Steelers media, people around the team, are now saying things like, well, I'm not so sure anymore. Maybe there is a way to sever ties here and end things at the end of the season. And I honestly...
Okay, so let me pause it right there. First thing I'm going to say is about what he's saying. He says the fire Tomlin chance has hyped up the national media and pulling attention to this. And now insiders of the Steelers are saying the same thing. Like, yeah, maybe we should. 3 years ago, there was people like Ryan Clark on TV and other people on TV said maybe it's time for Mike Tomlin to go. Maybe he should be somewhere else. That ain't no brand new news. You screaming fire Tomlin did not make that happen, bruh. It didn't. Not at all. So I don't understand where he's going with that. But let me finish. Let me let him finish his rant right here.
Think if they had just lost the game 26-7 to the Bills, people that want to call in and voice their opinion are usually going to say things like fire the coach. So in terms of what we do, it wouldn't have changed much. But as far as the way the Steelers world and the football world has responded to to that game, I do think the fire Tomlin chance
is all of a sudden raising attention to national media that Mike Tomlin. I mean, before the season, they was mad at Tomlin, right? In the chat, my Daily Beverage says 3 and out all the time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, they out 3 and out all the time. Can't get in the red zone. Can't even get your boy a field goal. Can't even get the best kicker in the world, Chris Boswell, a field goal half the time. When's the last time we seen Boswell kick a field goal? So come on, man. This offense right now ain't it, man.
Why does he have the same amount of catches as Kenneth Gainwell? And again, Kevin Gainwell was playing his
You mean
butt
the
off.
running back?
The running back. He's playing his butt off, and he's doing a lot of great things.
Yeah.
I'm not
Big fan.
a big fan of his. But you're paying a guy $150 million, and he's got the same amount of catches. Now, is that Aaron Rodgers, or is that the scheme? But you see that the times that Pat gets him.
Okay, so, yeah, man. Big Ben said a mouthful right there. Is it Rodgers or is it the scheme? Now, Rodgers lit into Jonnu Smith, so some of it is the players. Jonnu Smith, you can't be running the wrong route when I check into a certain route. You can't be going in the other direction, bruh. And we got me throwing the ball down the middle, straight down the middle, and you running the corner route. Nah, bruh, I told you to run this route. Wide receiver, you need to run the route the quarterback tells you to run. Okay? But yeah, Pat Freiermuth, I told y'all weeks ago, Pat Freiermuth is the best wide receiver on this team. And I know he plays tight end. But he's still the best wide receiver on his team, you ask me. And he's never even in the fucking game. And then he's got Jonnu Smith on the line of scrimmage like he gonna block somebody. And you got Mount Washington running out the RPO route. What the fuck are we doing? They should be flipped. And I don't know if he try to trick somebody, but nah, bruh. You tricking yourself. If you think Jonnu Smith gonna block somebody, man. I showed y'all in the Bills game, man, on Tuesday night, that Jonnu Smith ain't blocking shit, bruh. He let motherfuckers run right past him, blowing up plays, putting us in second and long, third and longs, cause you don't want to block. Come on, man. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, salute Underground Sports. What's up, baby? Salute to you. Go check out SC Sports World, y'all, on Wednesday night, man. Big time Stiller talk over there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Pat Freiermuth needs to be on the field at all times, man. At all times. He's the best receiver we got. You can't trust DK to catch the ball. Roman Wilson coming up short. Whole bunch of reasons Pat Freiermuth should be on the field. But he's not. So this OC is killing us, man. It's not the defense. It's not the defense, man. You go back to some games, man. I'm telling y'all, we 6-6 right now. But there's some games that I'm telling you, we lost on offense big time because the offense ain't show up at all. Y'all can go by the statistics all you want, but I see this defense. I'll take these turnovers that we get. But there's a few players that definitely need to step up to make this defense better. I'm not saying they perfect, but yeah, come on now. Come on now. But yeah, man, the Steelers organization basically waiting on Aaron Rodgers, the sack quarterback. That's what made this team in the national media, not the fire Mike Tomlin chats in the motherfucking stadium. That shit was disrespectful. And even if you don't like Mike Tomlin, that's cool. I'm not saying you got to think the man ain't never lost a season chance. I'm sorry. Fire Tomlin, he deserves that. I wouldn't say that, man. I wouldn't say you got to go that far. Knowing damn well, Steelers ain't firing Mike Tomlin with money on the board. Mike Tomlin is making $16 million a year. The only way Tomlin's out of here is if he steps down, bruh. And my black ass ain't passing up $16 million a year. And last time I checked, Mike Tomlin's complexion is about the same as mine. So yeah, dog, there's 2 more years left on that contract. And I believe Mike Tomlin's going to be here for them $16 million, bruh. If it's up to him to step down. It's not happening. This season ain't over yet. It's another reason that shit was disrespectful. We 6-6, about to play the Ravens, who's 6-6. If we win the division, we in the playoffs. Once we in the playoffs, anything can happen. I'm just saying, man. Chiefs might not be there this year, And there's games where we've been way worse on defense. Way worse. Way worse. Y'all remember this game right here? Y'all remember this game right here? This is getting shellacked right here. Let me turn this volume down. Now, I started out well. It started out well on the first kickoff, tackling him down on the goal line. But I'm pretty sure y'all remember what happened on this 3rd and 10 right here. Had him backed up. And this is what we don't see this year, bruh. This is what we don't see this year. Now, you can call this the worst defense in the Steelers history and all that. They ran for 250 yards on us. Well, check other stadiums' yards. How about that? That was just the most in our stadium, 250. Last week, the Bears just ran on the Eagles for almost 300, 281. And that's the Eagles, Super Bowl champion Eagles. So don't let the media hype you up, bruh. One thing we don't see is toasted oats like this, though, bruh. When's the last time you seen the deep ball? You ain't seen the deep ball on this defense all year. All year. So, yeah, man, you can't always just look at the stats, man. We can't always just be looking at the stats. Now, this game right here was ugly. 38-3. Now, giving up 26 to Buffalo in a long, fought-out game, that ain't bad. But this right here, we can't have this. 38-3. That was ass kicking. But all right, I got some more shit to talk about the Steelers for sure, man. I got the Loser Bowl coming up, man, right after halftime. We're gonna go to halftime real quick. But yeah, I got a lot more to talk about, man. We're gonna talk about some fantasy football. We're gonna talk Steelers, Ravens, see what y'all think about that, man. But hang in there with me, man. It's halftime. And I'll be right back. Yeah. Like I said, we'll be right back with a whole bunch more, y'all, man. I got fantasy questions for y'all. We got Upsell Alert coming up, man. So let's get into it, man. Yeah.
It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over till it's over. Pull back, run you over. It's the halftime show. We need a turnover. Pick 6. It's your boy, Dookie Rich. Turn me up in this bitch. Hit the like button. That's the right button. Call in to the show if you know something, but you probably know nothing. Not my fault that you're playing for the wrong team, wrong scheme. Strike you out like Paul schemes. It was all a dream. You never gon' win a thing. Nah. Yeah, you know what it is. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet.
Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, it's Underground Sports Show, baby. Call into the show. We always live all the time, man. 412-407-2744. Talk your sports, talk your shit. Ow, yeah. It's the Underground, yeah. Let's get into it, baby. Yup. Yeah, a lot to talk about here, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about some injuries real quick. Let's look at the injury report today. We know Patrick Queen is out. Steelers, Ravens today. I mean, his former team. Maybe he would have stepped up today. I did see that. I also know Kyle Duggar is out, right? But a guy coming back from injury, which I don't understand why Jaden Daniels is returning today for the Commanders, man. You know what I'm saying? So I thought they would leave him alone. The way he did his elbow wasn't looking good. I thought they was cool off of that, but it seems like they are going to keep pushing with Jay and Daniels. I mean, their season is pretty much over, so I don't understand why they making that move, but it's up to them, man. That's up to them right there. You know what I'm saying? So, also, injury updates. What else talked about? Kyle Duggar out already. Yeah, for the Ravens, no big names out. Travarius Robinson and safety Darius Washington. So they will be on full blast today versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, what we think about this game, man. Ill City Sports in this house has been here for a minute. I was driving. That's what's up, man. Your boys, North Carolina Panthers, got a bye this week. So y'all be chilling this week watching everybody else. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. Yes, sir, Brim. What's up, baby? All right, but yeah, speaking of what else you can watch today, since Carolina, like I said, my man's team's got a bye this week. Let's talk about the Loser Bowl, man. Let's get into the Loser Bowl. What's the Loser Bowl, man? The winner of the Loser Bowl is who's going to get that number one pick in the draft. You know what I'm saying? It's about that time of the year. The draft's in Pittsburgh this year. Let's start thinking about who is going to get that number one pick in the draft, right? And what made me think about that is this week we got the Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns, right? The 1-11 Tennessee Titans versus the 3-9 Cleveland Browns. And the big story of this game, though, is Shedeur Sanders versus Cam Ward. Now, Cam Ward, Cam Ward is the most quietest first-round pick I ever seen in my life, man. No highlights coming out, no voiceover, no nothing, man. 1 win, 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Like, dog, like, come on, man. But this is a big game because he gets to go up against Shedeur Sanders, or we wouldn't even be talking about Cam Ward, bruh. So that's the impact that Shedeur Sanders got on the NFL, no matter if he's good or not. He will be starting today against Cam Ward, and we definitely want to see that, right? That's kind of must-see TV. Ill City Sports says, I heard the Panthers are now a top 3 defense. Hey, they probably are. They've been playing pretty good defense all year. They've been in the top 10 all year. But here's some beef between Shedeur Sanders. Y'all remember all this and Cam Ward. How they exchange words.
Consistency is what you like. They gave you a completion percentage award, and all you did was throw check downs and ball screens. That's crazy. If I did that, my completion percentage would be 90.
Y'all remember these videos? Because Cam Ward was going pretty hard on Shedeur. And I mean, they was going back and forth, don't get it twisted, but Cam Ward had no remorse to talk shit or Shedeur Sanders. You know what I mean? So Shedeur Sanders came out in an interview and said, nah, it's not a big deal, this game or whatever like that. But nah, man, I remember these practices, bro. Them practicing together, they really didn't seem like they liked each other too much, man. Or they just like to play around like that. I don't know. These young boys are sensitive these days. I don't know if they joke like we used to that much, but hey, they was talking shit.
I told you downfield, you ran the ball. You had a run game. You had a run game. You had a run game. You did it? No. You told me that thing. You got to told me where his press was. It's no matter. That ain't my fault. Don't reach. What's up? You ain't in the ball. Hey, come on, boy. Hey, step the ball, my son. Step back up. I don't want to do. That's all you do. That's why you got a 70% completion rate. All you do is go jump tape. That's correct. What did you do with touchdown? What did you do with touchdown? I ain't throwing no ball screens. You know something. I ain't like this. Oh, you did it. Come on, bro. Let's get out of here. You average about 15 screens a game. That's what's crazy, bro. I'll do what my team needs to win. We got those screens. So why you ain't doing it in the bowl game? Huh? You didn't do what your team needs to win in the bowl game. You didn't do what your team needs. You didn't. So I'm giving on your team.
You quit on your team. That shit hurt his feelings right there. I know it did. You quit on your team. You didn't go out there in the bowl game. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to get ready for the NFL, and I don't know if you got ready for the NFL, bro. You got 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. I mean, Peyton Manning came in throwing the most interceptions in the world, but I know he ain't throwing those 7 touchdowns, did he? How many touchdowns did Peyton Manning throw in his rookie season?
26. Peyton Manning threw 26 touchdowns during.
All right, Gurley. AI, Gurley, get out of here. But yeah, 26 touchdowns. Cam Ward got 7 touchdowns right now. And I'm not trying to say he's going to be Peyton Manning. Obviously, I'm not trying to say that. But, bro, 7 touchdowns? And all I'm saying is Peyton Manning threw a record of interceptions that year. He was trash. But at least he threw 26 touchdowns. But 7 touchdowns all year.
Quit on the team. I guess you're supposed to. I'm not getting a water just at the first drill. That's how you feel? You get water in.
I had to let it play that long. You heard that? Bitch ass. Damn. So I just believe there's a little bit of beef here. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's a little beef here. One kid got a silver spoon in his mouth. The other boy had to get it from the mud. You know what I'm saying? That can create some beef, you know? And this is when they both thought they was going to be number 1 or whatever. Of course, we all know the Shedeur story and all that, so we ain't getting into it. But this is the loser bowl, man. You ask me, Tennessee just need to go out there and lose. Brim in the chat said they need to sit him for the rest of the year after this game. You talk about Cam Ward? Yeah, he probably. Nah, they super cool, big bro. They damn near like brothers. They just be talking crazy to each other. That could be true. But still, the rivalry is on today, right? If they brothers, the rivalry's still on today. Cam Ward even says if he wasn't for Shedeur, he wouldn't have been the number 1 pick because he was going to leave you year earlier. But Shedeur told him to stay in college because he could be top 10. Hey, true story. I'm with you on that. He definitely raised his stock with it. You know what I'm saying? But right now, Cam Ward ain't playing well. And this is really about the loser bowl, man. Keeping that number 1 pick in Tennessee. Because I don't know, man. It might be history right here. A team.
Consistency. That's what he lacks.
My bad. A team getting the number 1 pick 2 years in a row. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. But I know we got 500,000, maybe 700,000 people coming to Pittsburgh for the draft, man. And Tennessee might be picking again. They might be picking again. Right now, Tennessee, worst team in football. They should be getting that pick again. But you got a couple teams like, New Orleans. They only got 2 losses. So, they could be getting that number 1 pick too. They're in range right there. Washington, man, has got 3 losses. So Tennessee definitely don't need to go on no winning streak. They might want to just go ahead and keep that number 1 pick. But I believe that this got to be a first for a team to get back-to-back number 1 picks. Back-to-back? So it's basically between Vegas, who's 2-10, Tennessee's who's 1-11, Cleveland, who's 3-9, Washington, who's 3-9, and New Orleans, who's 2-10, who's fighting for the loser bowl, man. To see, and the Jets is 3-9 too, to see who's going to get that first pick in the draft, man. I think it's going to be Tennessee again. Most likely, because I got the Browns today, man. I don't think they can beat the Browns. But Shedeur might be sitting down after this too, man, because they say Deshaun Watson's back. I don't know what they're going to do with that situation. I think that'd be weird to just throw Deshaun Watson out there. I definitely think they should let Shedeur do his thing. But knowing how Stefanski's been handling this whole thing, it wouldn't be no surprise if he didn't. Wouldn't be no surprise at all, would it? I don't think y'all think there would be any surprise on that. All right, let's get around the league real quick, man. You got the Bears 9-3 versus the Packers 8-3-1, man. What y'all think, man? The Bears, is they for real? Is the Packers, is they for real? That's what this game is about, man. First of all, it's for the division. It's for the NFC North, which is way better than the AFC North. But it's for the NFC North. The Bears versus the Packers. Now, the Packers was hurting a little bit. They lost their tight end. But then Christian Watson came back and started doing his thing. And Jordan Love started looking like the quarterback that he should be. So, yeah, the Packers been stepping up lately. But the Bears, they've been around all year. Yeah, they got 3 losses, but they started out the season 0-2. And then went on a 5-game winning streak, lost 1, and then been on another 3-game winning streak and been beating some big franchises on the way, like the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, yeah, man, the Bears got 2 great running backs. Caleb Williams is confident. And that coach, Ben Johnson, done taught them how to win. And that's all they needed to know. So, yeah. Hey, Bears-Packers, this is going to be a banger right here, man. Straight banger right here. Which defense is going to step up, though? And they about equal on defense. Of course, you got Micah Parsons chasing that boy around all day, and Caleb Williams like to run around and get out of focus. So, I don't know, man. I kind of like the Packers at the crib. But the Bears is dangerous, man. Bears is definitely dangerous. Chi-Town Cubs, no doubt. LAB, the bad new Bears no more. All right, up next, man, the Colts, 8-4 versus the Jaguars, sitting at 8-4. Now, the Jaguars been stumping people out. Jaguars is at the crib. The Colts is 8-4, but they like a shaky 8-4, man. They started out so well, and then things kind of got wish-washy once they lost to the Steelers, man. You know, Daniel Jones tried to come back to earth. Don't feel like they're giving the ball to Jonathan Taylor enough. It just ain't that great right now for the Colts, man. It ain't the same shine, but they still 8-4. This is the divisional game, and they can get in front of the Jaguars right here with a win. And they both got to worry about Houston on their coattails because Houston got the number one defense. So this is a big game for the Colts and the Jaguars. But I like that Jacoby Myers trade. Ever since that Jacoby Myers trade from the Raiders in Jacksonville, Jacksonville's been crushing teams. Crushing teams. So we'll see what the Colts can do. I do respect the Colts defense and got to respect their offense. This should be a good old shootout right here. All right, up next, the Texans, I just talked about at 7-5 versus the Chiefs at 6-6, man. You know this is a big game anytime it involves the Chiefs, all right? In the chat, Ill City Sports says the Jags is quietly roaring. Yes, sir. Ain't nobody paying attention to them, but they've been killing people. But anyway, number one defense the Texans have against the 6-6 Chiefs. And we need to get these Chiefs out the way, man. Steelers ain't getting the wild card playoff spot anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. I just don't want them in the playoffs, and it don't seem like they're going to win this division anyway. But this is a true test for the Texans. Can their defense hold up once again? Can the defense hold up and once again? That's what they have to do against the Chiefs, but they are in what they call that stadium. They played in Kansas City. I can't remember the name of the stadium, but yeah, Arrowhead. So that's a tough one at Arrowhead. So we shall see. I bet you the Chiefs is favored. I bet you any money, but I'll get to that when I get the odds and ends, all right? It's 12-10. We got plenty of time, you know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. The Bengals, 4-8 versus the Bills at 8-4. Now, why is the Bengals important at 4-8? Because, you know, if they run the table from here on out, they can go 9-8 and maybe win this division. They can maybe win the AFC North if they win out. Now, when they went out, they already beat the Ravens. They beat us once, so, you know, they okay there. I believe they got the Ravens again, too. So, yeah, if they win out, they control their own destiny. So, this game is very important versus the Bills. Now, the Bills' defense ain't as good as they look versus the Steelers. Joe Burrow's back, and I believe they can move the ball. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, we shall see. And Cincinnati's defense has been motivated. They will have problems today. I mean, it's Josh Allen. It's James Cook. What you going to do? But this should be a good one. I don't see any type of blowout here. This should be a real good one with Cincinnati with a chance to win. All right? So moving on. Last but not least in around the league, we got the Eagles sitting at 8-4 versus the Chargers sitting at 8-4. Now, this is cross conferences, but that's okay. Both of these teams need a win, and nobody needs a win more than the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. But I don't think the Chargers are just going to let it happen. And the worst thing about it is the Eagles, got to go to the West Coast. And East Coast teams don't play well all the way on the West Coast. And SoFi is a beautiful stadium. Beautiful stadium. And the Chargers fans, be excited, bro. So it's going to be electric here. Oh, I mean, when you bring the Super Bowl champs to town, everybody wants you. So you got to bring some offense to beat the Chargers. But their quarterback's wrist is kind of jammed up. Let's check up on Justin Herbert real quick. See if he's starting today because it was kind of wish-washy. Let's see. See what the news is on Justin Herbert. Yes, Justin Herbert is expected to start today despite a recent left hand fracture and surgery. Yeah, he had a quick surgery. So we're going to see. Left hand, pretty sure he's right-handed. So let's see what go down. But yeah, what time is this game too? Oh yeah, that's Monday night. That's a good one. That's what I thought. Monday night. Eagles is favorite, -2 all the way over on the West Coast. It's a lot of respect for the Eagles they got. Super Bowl champs, you got to respect that. Hill City Sports says, where is Saquon? Hey, man, Saquon is gone. I don't know. Saquon tired. That boy tired. Speaking of Saquon, that's a good transition to some fantasy football today, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a good transition to some fantasy football. Because I want to know what your fantasy is, man. We got one game left. 1 week left until the fantasy football is over for the season. Well, not over, but it's the playoffs. It might be over for you. That's the thing. It might be over for you. There we go. So, yeah, that's a good transition right there. Because if you picked up Saquon Barkley in your fantasy league this year, you're mad. You're mad. And the key to fantasy football, you're talking to the right guy. Because I'm number 1 in one league, I'm number 1 in another league, and number 2 in another league. All right? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm all right this year. I had Saquon Barkley last year, but I knew this wasn't the year. And what you got to do in fantasy when you're picking your team, you got to project, man. You can't be looking backwards. That's the problem. You can't be looking backwards as somebody did last year or been doing. You got to project. You got to watch preseason. You got to watch the draft. You got to watch all of the coaching changes. You should have knew Ben Johnson was going to make the Bears better in the pick DeAndre Swift. You know what I'm saying? Over Saquon Barkley, who just ran 2,000 yards and tired as hell and won the Super Bowl and partied all offseason and, you know what I'm saying? Did all the commercials. Those type of things take the energy out of you, man. And then what do you think every team's going to do next year? They're definitely going to focus on you even more. But yeah, Eagles just don't look good on offense all around. It ain't over just Saquon Barkley. But yeah, 1 week left till fantasy football, man. I mean, fantasy football playoffs at least. And is you in the playoffs or not? You need some help, call into the show, man. I'm telling you, I got you. Call into the show. But yeah, right now, I'm straight. But I do got a question, though, man. I mean, I got the Ravens defense, and I got the Steelers defense, and I got the Colts defense. I could easily just pick the Colts defense and stay out of it, though, right? But Ravens versus Steelers, we know defense going to show up at some point, right? No matter how good, how bad we are, at some point some defense going to show up. Which team do y'all think today is going to play better defense on this field, Steelers versus Ravens? Now, Lamar Jackson, they say he's hurting. That's another guy that's a risky start in fantasy football. I need y'all help. Should I be starting Lamar Jackson over Sam Darnold today? Let's see who Sam Darnold got today. Seattle got a little chump game. I got them on upset alert a little later. Yeah, Sam Darnold versus, who was it? Atlanta. That's right. So, yeah, grits blitz a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, Lamar Jackson versus Pittsburgh or Sam Darnold versus the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, just when you say Lamar Jackson, that makes it a question, right? Even though he's not been playing that well. But then Sam Darnold will not shit the bed, but his team will blow out a team, and he really won't get the points you need him to get. So sometimes you got to think about that in fantasy football, right? But that's my quarrel there in that league, where I don't know who to trust as my quarterback. They're both decent, though. Some games, they just don't show up, man. And Lamar ain't been that great lately, coming off the injury. But I was talking about defense, man. Which one of these defenses is going to stand up? Now, you got to think about the Ravens versus Aaron Rodgers and these 4 tight ends and this running game that these blockers don't want to block for. I mean, it ain't all of them, but it only take one dude to take a play off, and the whole play could be blown up. So I don't know if I even trust, or I don't know if I should trust the Ravens defense against Aaron Rodgers, because it does seem like a good sale, man. I mean, we scored 7 points last week. Against the Chargers, we only scored 10 points. People have shut us down. But we don't turn over the ball too much, but Mason Rudolph threw that ugly interception last week, and then Aaron Rodgers fumbled. They scored a touchdown on that. So that's what pulls me to want to put the Ravens against the Steelers on fantasy football. Because the Steelers offense just been trash lately, man. Trash. So, yeah, that's my question for y'all, man. Should I be starting the Steelers defense against the Ravens or the Ravens defense against the Steelers, man? Everywhere else, man, I'm pretty tight. I'm not really worried about it, you know? I got plethora of receivers everywhere. I'm good. I'm not really worried about it. But, yeah, that's my fantasy today. You call into the show, tell me what your fantasy is. But the key, remember this, the key next year is don't look back on what people did last year when you picking your team. Project. Pay attention to football. Watch the game and project what the guy's going to do the upcoming year. Watch the draft. There's always some sneaky rookies that get up in there, bro. No matter what round he is, especially running backs. Scatterboo, cats like that. Jay Holly in the chat says Steelers O-line is slow as fuck and their linebackers are slow on coverage. Yeah, their linebackers are slow on everything. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. And that right there, man, brings me to Steeler focus, man. Brings me to the Steeler focus. Because, I mean, what's going on today? 6-6, right? Both teams, 6-6. That means you ain't got no wins, bruh. You equal. Remember the number line back in the day? 6 negative, 6 positive? That's a 0. So the Ravens ain't got shit. Steelers ain't got shit. It all starts today. Mano y mano. Since Jay Holiday won the top linebackers, it's mano y mano. Boys be out there getting cooked. Man, them linebackers is terrible. Our DBs is cool. But Cal Duggar's out today. That hurts. We already lost Elliott. Duggar was replacing Elliott. And now he's out. So we hurting on safety. That might hurt a little communication. I don't even know who's starting in his spot. Maybe they're bringing Juan Thornhill back. I don't know. But our corners should be okay with Pierre, JPJ, and Asante Samuels Jr. I do like that. And the Ravens haven't been playing well on offense, but I am worried about tight ends pretty much every week with the Steelers defense. They got Mark Andrews, just gave him his money, so I'm feeling like they should be giving him the ball. And Isaiah Likely is a freak. So, yeah, I'm pretty scared of them, especially like Jay Holly said, linebackers can't cover shit. Patrick Queen ain't even here this week, so maybe we get a boost. I'm hoping we get a boost. He see from the sideline how to play. But we need to stop the run first because the X factor, right? The X factor is Derrick Henry, without a doubt. We all seen the playoff game last year. Act like we didn't see that. So without a doubt, Henry is the X factor. We need to stop Henry or it's over. The real question is, which offense do you trust more, Steelers or Ravens? That choice will give you the answer. Yes, sir. That's Uncle in the chat right there. What's up, baby? Good morning. But yeah, you make an excellent point. I trust the Ravens offense way more than I trust the Steelers offense. Way more. Just talked about Derrick Henry. Lamar Jackson could wake up any day. That injury ain't going to linger forever. And those two tight ends. Then you got Zay Flowers is pretty quick. You got to worry about him. It ain't like they void of talent. They just haven't been playing well. Now the Steelers, on the other hand, they're a little more void of talent. But we do have talented people. Now Adam Thielen is supposed to play today. What does he add to this team? You see my question down there. Can anyone save the Steelers? I'm really thinking about Adam Thielen. I know he's old, but we just need a good possession receiver. We really do. So that can really give a boost if he can catch up, but I don't know, man. That's a lot of catching up to do in 1 week, but he's a vet. He's been around forever. Aaron Rodgers is a vet. He's been around forever. Maybe they can work it work. I expect them to have at least 4 targets today, at least 2 catches. I do. DK Metcalf got to wake up, man. DK Metcalf had one of them big games where he's going for the ball, not looking like Chase Claypool, man. I don't like that. I don't like that. And get a ball to Warren, but the O-line, them tight ends, Jonnu Smith got to block, man. You got to get Jonnu Smith out of there and get Pat Freiermuth in there. He could definitely block better, and he could definitely get open better. That's just me. That's just what I think. So, yeah, man, Ravens versus Steelers, 6-6, both teams. We got to go on a run for the division. So do they. It starts today. It starts today. So anyway, that's my Steeler focus right there, man. Like I said, X Factor, Derrick Henry. We got to slow that down. I don't know if you can shut it down, but you got to slow that down. I don't think this defense is that bad, but we can't be undisciplined like we was versus the Bills, man. I showed y'all last week how dudes wasn't containing, and that's elementary football. Now, I don't think Derrick Henry's going to be trying to bust to the outside, but still, you got to stay disciplined, got to stay in your lane, do your job. You got to do your job. You got to do your job, and the play will come to you. Don't try to be a hero, TJ Watt. I seen you last week, man. Don't try to be a hero. At JPJ, you can cover. You my man in coverage, but don't be out here scared to tackle. You ain't beating the Ravens. You ain't beating Derrick Henry scared to tackle. Today is the day you got to sacrifice your body. You just do. Today's the day. But yeah, man. Steeler focus. Steelers in the house, man. We need one, man. I still got some love for y'all, man. It ain't over till it's over, man. And all that boo and renegade and all that, forget about it, man. Cross that out your wig and just go for the gusto. Y'all ain't even at home today, man. Y'all ain't got to worry about no beer, no booze. You ain't got to worry about no firing for Mike Tomlin at all, right? At all. Give me a second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Had to tell these kids to calm down. They're going to ruin my house. You know what I'm saying? My daily beverage says, I think Duggar being out could have a serious impact. What's your thoughts? Yeah, I was just covering that, man. Yeah, I think that's a hurt piece, man. That's definitely a hurt piece. Communication-wise, who's filling in for him. Duggar was playing real well, man. Real well. Turning the ball over, being where he was supposed to be, and being the captain on the defense, man. So, like, that's a hurt piece, big time. Jay Holly says, why be having to do extra shit because the rest of the D-line ain't really doing shit for real? Cam washed up, be out there, get handled. And that's true, man, but it's TJ Watt. You still can't be undisciplined because they looking for you to do it. When you press, then you make yourself look bad. So, yeah, I mean, if other dudes ain't doing their job, I mean, you want to make the play, but they're going to counter on that. They're going to see that. They're watching containment. That's what offensive coordinators do and offensive assistants do. They're waiting for you to start biting on that bullshit. And Lamar Jackson today, he's going to test that. They always do with that read option. They're going to test your contain. They're going to do it, especially when it counts. 2-point conversion, in the red zone to go up. That's when they going. Telling you. So you better be home. That's what they used to call it back in the day, right? Stay home. Stay home, bruh. 125. Up against the clock. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all for showing up for the show. I hate that the internet's choppy today, man. I don't know how bad it was, but it's obviously y'all can hear me, and that's all that really count anyway, man. I could do the whole show like this for real, like I'm on the radio, and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I can talk all day behind the scenes. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Steelers got to do it today, man. 6-6. Ravens 6-6. Man, start the season over. Forget about everything in the past. Especially this goddamn offensive coordinator, man. Get your motherfucking shit right, man. Get your shit right. Because this is crazy. Really is. All right, I'm back up in here. Let's do upset alert real quick, man. And then we go get into odds and ends, man. Upset alert, like, don't let your parlay get messed up, man. Don't let your parlay get messed up today, man. Because I know y'all still betting, man. Only a few weeks left. Y'all done lost all year. Don't fall for the parlay buster. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, because I'm giving you the upset alerts. I'm giving it to you. Got a caller in the house, man. Let's see what's up. Tommy Guns in the crib. Al, you're on the underground. The mic's hot for you, sir.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on?
You hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you. You loud and clear.
Yes. Yo, fantasy football, man. You start it.
Okay, hold on. You break it up again a little bit. Go ahead again.
Fantasy football.
Okay. I don't know why you breaking up, but go ahead.
I got the Steelers already started, but I'm thinking about picking up Tennessee against Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
Defense.
Right.
Defense.
You got the Steelers, and that's the only defense you got is the Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers are so would you go with Tennessee against Cleveland, or would you just rock with Steelers against Baltimore?
Yeah, I'm keeping my team. I'm rocking with Steelers. I believe you still can get a couple turnovers.
So you don't live and die with them. Huh?
I mean, it ain't about living and dying with them, but your other option was Tennessee, bruh. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but I know, but Baltimore might go crazy. Yeah, man, we can't stop the run that good. I mean, it might be Derrick Henry's big day today. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that. I see what you're saying. I mean, I do see what you're saying. But can they go any worse than Buffalo did last week? I don't think. I mean, if we get a repeat of that, I still think the Steelers did well enough on defense in that game. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give up a lot of passing yards. You know what I'm saying? They, they got 2 turnovers. So I'm still banking on the Steelers getting a turnover here and there. Tennessee, though, I get what you're saying against Cleveland, but Cleveland going to move the ball nice and slow and protect the ball. And what Tennessee got? You know what I'm saying? That's going to change the game for them. I don't know. And you could be right, though. I ain't saying a guarantee, but my advice would just be to stick with the Steelers, man. They could have a game today. They should be motivated.
I was thinking the same thing, but another one too.
Right.
Start Breece Hall against Miami or Michael Pittman against Jacksonville.
Breece Hall versus Miami. Miami's been playing pretty decent on defense. And who you said? Michael Pittman versus Jaguars?
Yeah.
I'm going Michael Pittman versus the Jaguars. That's going to be a little shootout, man. I mean, depends on your league if you get more credit for running backs or receivers. You got, you get points per catch, right? You play points per catch league?
Yeah, per catch. I think you get 6 or 7 points for a touchdown. I ain't really too good with the point system like that, but it's at the flex position.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm leaning towards Michael Pittman, man. I think that's going to be a good game today. I really do. But Breece Hall, you never want to take Breece Hall out of there. That's a tough one, man. How you get stuck with that? You ain't got nobody else to take out?
I got Xavier Worthy. I'm not going with him. I started everybody else. Rico Dowdle's hurt. I mean, not hurt, but
he's out.
Got a bye week.
Bye week.
I don't got nobody else. I ain't got nobody else.
No. I mean, you ain't got nobody else that on the team right now that you could take out and put both of them dudes in.
No.
Who's your other starting wide receivers?
The was Williams and Pickens, so they already done that.
Okay, yeah. So you in a rock and a hard place. I would go personally.
And I gotta get in. I gotta win to get in the playoffs. It's gonna be a rough one too.
That's tough, man. I go Breece Hall though. Breece Hall been doing well lately. I ain't been checking for him. I just think Michael Pittman, they gonna be in a little shootout with the Jaguars. I think Michael Pittman might have some possession receptions today.
But sometimes Daniel Jones will feed Alex Pierce.
He do. He's the deep ball threat.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of risky, but I think I'm gonna go Brees.
Yeah, I would go sit the safe spot. The running back is more safe. I think that's the safer pick. That's the safer pick.
Say the Jaguars allow 31 points to receivers, and it says Miami gives up 22 points to running back.
See, that's still I don't know about that, man. I think Brees Hall is the safe pick though, but. I mean, receivers get more points in most leagues because they get it by reception. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're going to have to score some points today. They really are. But it could be all Jason Taylor, not Jason Taylor, but James Taylor. You know what I'm saying?
Allen too should be a good thing too. I got Jonathan Taylor on running back.
Yeah,
so I need him to have like a historic game.
Well, if you got Jonathan Taylor at running back, I definitely would start Brees Hall because I don't like starting two dudes on the same team. I personally don't like that, but. You stuck in a rock in a hard place, but I would start Brees Hall, man. I think, they're going to lean on Brees Hall in that game because they still start Tyrod Taylor, right? Jets. The Jets are starting Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, they going to be leaning on Brees Hall. I would go Brees Hall, man, because he's going to have a couple receptions too. But if you put Michael Pittman in, that wouldn't be, like I said, that'd be about a tie, bro. You stuck right there. That's why I was asking if you ain't got nobody else you could take out and put both of them in, because I would want both of them in the game for real.
No, I already blew my receivers on what's it called?
Right.
On Thursday.
Right. They ain't do shit. Who you had? George Pickens. Who else?
Williams goofy ass stepped up. If he would have scored, I would have got good points, but he got me 17 points. Pickens let me down. He only got me like 8 points. Yeah, he let me down, man.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
They both definitely did. Yeah, I got the short end of the stick on Thursday night, too. I hate Thursday night games, man. For real. Mm-hmm. But I got the Ravens defense and the Steelers defense, man. Which one you think I should start in that game?
Probably start like you said, the Steelers got an upside where they can get some turnovers, but at the same time, if Baltimore run the ball down their throat and he start hitting, you know what I'm saying? I think Isaiah Likely is going to go crazy. I got him starting that fight in.
Yeah.
I'm expecting him to have a nice game because he had like 100 yards, I think, last week or something like that.
Very true. Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting the tight end to get busy. Lamar Jackson, anything this week against the run, so it's like, it's risky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here we go. Steelers is pretty trash. I would probably start Baltimore. You know Baltimore,
Yeah, because you got to think, like somebody said in the chat, that basically you got to look at the offense to see who you would pick on defense. You know what I'm saying? You got Aaron Rodgers versus Lamar Jackson, dog. Who should you pick? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's almost almost a really easy pick. But we shall see. The Steelers know how to pull some shit out their ass, though. I'll tell you that. When it's time to pull
if they really come with it and play like they need some redemption,
yeah.
The Steelers, could do some shit. Bro.
Yeah, they should be embarrassed right now. They should be embarrassed. And my other defense is the Colts. I got 3 defenses, the Colts, but they play the Jaguars, and the Jaguars been smoking hot, so I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But even though the Colts is decent on defense, though.
I would probably take the Colts.
Okay. I got about 20 minutes. Think about what I want to do.
This would be second out of those two. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would think they'd be dead last, but I don't know, man.
It's tough though. And I got some other ones like you got. You sitting there. Zay Flowers ain't been playing well. I got him starting right now, but I also got what you think about starting like Kenneth Walker over Zay Flowers? I should definitely do that, right?
No, because if he's trying to run, they're trying to give Charbonnet
yeah.
Like
splitting.
Sometimes the workload will go to Kenneth Walker. You
know
what I mean? But
that's the problem.
Against the Steelers, I might go Zay Flowers against the Steelers.
I know. That's why I got him in here right now. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking, because JPJ, he gonna be twisting him around a little bit. You know what I mean? I like JPJ, but he's so quick, man. JPJ gonna be holding the fuck out of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know? He gonna be holding the shit out of him. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I got 20 minutes. I appreciate that though, man. That's what I'm saying. Kenneth Walker, and then I got that Devin Neal kid from that's taking the Alvin Kamara spot. He's pretty decent. But my other starting running backs is Jaylen Warren and Derrick Henry. So I'm good there. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in a way, I kind of want to take Zay Flowers out because like I said, I don't like two players on the same team.
It's iffy though.
Yeah, it's
you know
iffy.
I mean? It's real.
Yeah.
It's real iffy.
But they both actually been scoring points. I looked at Charbonnet scores, and I looked at Kenneth Walker score. They both score. You know, they score enough points for you to have them on your team. Both of them. You know, they both worth having. For real. When you look at how many points they score compared to other running backs, they both get the ball and they both do their thing. You know what I'm saying? So one might catch the ball a little more, and that's how he gets his points. The other one, Charbonnet's real good in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get over the goal line. So, you know.
This just like Carolina does it. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
that 50-50 shit.
Yep. And it works.
Like, give somebody the,
But it works though.
it works for them.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. No doubt. I feel you, man.
I gotta win to get in there. Yeah.
Oh shit. You on the borderline. All right, man. You got any parlays in the day, man? Because I'm about to move on to odds and ends real quick, man. You got any parlays in the day?
No, I ain't bet all year, so I ain't really got no parlay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna do this odds and ends, man. And yo, hit me up, man. You know where I'm at. All right. All right, that's Tommy Warren on the call, man. I don't know if we helped each other too much, but we probably figured out a couple of things, man. We still got 20 minutes to figure it out, and that's why I got to get into odds and ends, man. Odds and ends is where I go over the odds and ends, man. You know what I'm saying? We can get some dividends, you know? We're going to go over these odds. I'm going to pick every team. Pick every game with the spread and the over and under and see what we're going to get. But first, we're going to check out the Super Bowl odds right now. What is Vegas thinking on these Super Bowl odds, man? LA Rams is the number one team with a plus 480. Green Bay Packers is in second. Philadelphia Eagles still with a lot of respect in third. Seattle Seahawks, the number 4 team. Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl. You put 100 on it, you get a $950. You know what I'm saying? Buffalo Bills, you can get you 1,000 off of 100. Or 100 off of $10 on the Bills. New England Patriots still no respect. In 6th place, that's 6th place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6th place with 1,100. All right. Steelers ain't nowhere close. Denver Broncos up next, then the Colts, then the Ravens, then Kansas City, Detroit, Texans, San Fran, and Chicago. Chicago Bears win the Super Bowl. You can get 2,500 off $100. You willing to risk that? Got any faith in the Lions still? You can put $100 on the Lions and get $2,000, man. But yeah, let's get into odds and ends, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, man. That's why I freestyle all the games today and see what it is on odds and ends, right? So let's get this beat up in here. Yeah. Odds and ends, mic check, yeah. Once again, man, this is where I pick all the games by the spread and the over and under and see what I get, man. I ain't been doing too bad all week. Of course, I don't get all 13, 12 games, but hey, man, I'm going to get busy real quick, man, and show y'all I know what's up, you know what I'm saying? So first game up, Pittsburgh Steelers, 6-6, versus the Baltimore Ravens, 6-6. Now they giving the Ravens at home 5.5 points, man. My bad, they giving the Steelers 5.5 points. It's minus 5.5 points for the Ravens, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that's a lot of disrespect to the Steelers, man. A lot of disrespect to a team that's just been disrespected in their own stadium. Now they on the road, man. 5.5 points. What? This is Steelers versus Ravens, man. Both teams 6-6. So I got the Steelers minus 5.5. You know what I'm saying? Over and under It's 43.5. Ooh, that's pretty high for this game, man. I don't know, man. Hey, look here. I'm going to go under 43.5. I'm going to keep it there, man. All right, up next on odds and ends, we got the Indianapolis Colts 8-4 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars 8-4. The Colts is the favorite by minus 2.5 points, even though Jacksonville's at the crib and been crushing people, man. I don't know if I like that, man. The Colts been choking lately, man. I got faith in Jacksonville and a new acquisition, Myers, man, at wide receiver. So, yeah. I'm taking Jacksonville with two ways to win, plus 2.5, and the over-under's 45.5. Ooh, that's high, but I'm going to go over 45.5 in that game, man. Up next, New Orleans Saints at 1 o'clock versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are at home, and they're favored by minus 7.5 points, okay? Let's see what we're going to do. The Saints been pretty bad. Alvin Kamara's out. I don't know about this one, man. Tampa Bay still don't got Mike Evans back, but that's okay, man. I think they're going to hang in there. Should be a good game, though. But I'm going to go Tampa Bay minus 7.5. That's very risky, though. And over-under's 41. I'm definitely going over in that. You know what I'm saying? Up next, Miami versus the Jets at 1 o'clock, man. Miami's favored by minus 2.5, even though they're in New York. Miami has been playing well, so I'm taking Miami minus 2.5. Over and under's 41.5. I'm going over that, man. That's too low for me all day, man. Up next, 1 o'clock, too. Washington Commanders at the Washington Commanders are 3-9 at the Minnesota Vikings 4-8. All right, so Washington with Jaden Daniels back is favored by minus 1.5 points, and man, Minnesota don't got no quarterback in sight, man. So I'm gonna take this. The Washington Commanders minus 1.5. Go ahead and handle that for me with at least a field goal. Over and under 43.5. Minnesota don't do too much. Got decent defense, though, man. Let's say under 43.5 on that one, man. Up next, the Loser Bowl. Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders versus Cam Ward. Cleveland is favored by 3.5 points, and I'm taking it, man. Over and under is 33.5, though. Disrespecting these rookies, man. I'm definitely taking that, though. I will take over 31.5 all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's 33.5. I'm taking that. All right, over. Up next on odds and ends, also at 1 o'clock, is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Buffalo Bills. All right, Cincinnati Bengals 4-8, Buffalo 8-4. Of course, Buffalo at the crib is favored by 6 points. I don't know about that, man. Should be a barn burner here. I'm taking Cincinnati plus 6. And over and under is 55. I'm going under 55, man, all day. These teams be making mistakes left and right. They'll keep it under 55. Up next, also at 1 o'clock, Seattle Seahawks 9-3 versus the Atlanta Falcons at 4-8. The Seahawks are favorites by minus 7. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. Over and under is 44.5. I'm going to go over that, man. Let's see what the Atlanta Falcons can do and bring some noise, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully my boy Sam Darnold do something. And Jigba, go ahead and beat them boys by more than 7 and handle that for me, man. Denver Broncos up next at 4 o'clock versus the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. Denver's still favored by minus 8 points, you know what I'm saying? So Denver, go out there and just crush these boys with the orange crush, you know what I'm saying? Get it over with. Win by more than a touchdown. Shoot, they got to win by 9, so they need to win by about 10 points. That's about the score is going to be. Over and under 40.5. Ooh, I'm going to stay under that one, man. I know that's low, but the Raiders ain't going to do much against that defense, all right? Up next, 425, LA Rams on upset alert versus the Arizona Cardinals, man. 9.5 point favorites. The Los Angeles Rams are in Arizona. And I'm going to go ahead and take that. They should be mad about that Carolina Panthers loss, man. Ain't no way 2 upsets in a row, but Jacoby Brissett will keep it close. So I'm going over and under 49. I'm going over 49 all day, man. Up next, 425 to the banger. Chicago Bears, 9-3 versus the Green Bay Packers, 8-3-1 for the division today, man. The Green Bay Packers are favored by minus 6.5, even though Chicago Bears lead the division right now, man. Hey, home field advantage is a lot, but not that much, man. I'm taking the Bears at plus 6.5, over and under 44. I'm going to go over 44 in this game, man. It should turn into something, man. All right, also, later tonight, we got a good one, man. Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs, because this #1 defense stopped Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes ain't giving up until it's over, man. So the Houston Texans, if they want to get back in it, they need to win this one. Kansas City is favored by 3.5 points, so that goes to show you with Las Vegas stinks still, man. I don't know if I believe that though, man. The over and under is 41.5, so I'm definitely going over 41.5. But I'm going Houston with 2 chances to win, plus 3.5. Houston Texans, man. Let's go. All right, last game on Monday night, man. Philadelphia Eagles versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Both sitting at 8-4, man. Philadelphia is a -2 favorite. Come on now, man. Disrespect to the Chargers at the crib all the way on the East Coast, man. And that offense ain't moving, man. That goes to prove why the over and under is 42, man. But, hey, they should wake up, man, because they're pretty disappointed. Let's go over 42. And we will be taking the Chargers, though, man. The Chargers. I got the Chargers +2 at the crib. You got to take that, man. Everything's advantage of that bet. So, yeah, man, that's odds and ends right there, man. That's it for the show. We up out of here, man. Hey, the Steelers got to do their damn thing, man. What else we got to do? You know what I'm saying? Hey, we can't be dragging out this season for nothing, man. 6-6 versus 6-6. Come on now, man. Steelers always got drama, man. I don't know who I'm picking for fantasy football, man. I still got 15 more minutes to think about that, man. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody that doing the show, man. In the chat, I thought Cuz was about to do a football freestyle when the beat came on. I fried early, yeah, dog. I almost was about to do it. Nah, not like that, man. I'm just picking the bets with the beats, man. Hey, I could though, man. I could. Hey, Iceman in the chat, man. 28-17. Ravens, man. You trying to conjure up that reverse psychology there, man. Is you 28-17, man. That's a lot of points by the Ravens on their defense. I hope not. But Iceman, you was right last week with that Bills collapse. But the Steelers got to stand up today, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But yeah, man, get your best together. I ain't saying you got to listen to me, but if you don't, that's on you, bruh. That's on you, man, because I've been hitting on them odds and ends, man. So I'm going to get me a little parlay together ready. You know what I'm saying? And next time for you, Holly, I'm going to have my freestyle ready. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I freestyled all that, man. I ain't look at that all week. I don't know what the spread was. I don't know what the over and under was, man. I'm just going with it right there, man. And check on me next week, man. Come back after all the games is over. Go to the end of the show. You see odds and ends up there like this. You know, I'm talking odds and ends. And check me, bruh. I be checking myself, though. So I be getting dubs, man. But, you know, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. Because there's always a parlay buster out there, man. So don't get stuck. Don't get stuck at all, man. But it's your boy, your host, Filthy Rich of the Underground Sports Show, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate everybody for calling, who called in. You know what I'm saying? Iceman, 28-17. I don't know. Let me see what's my prediction. My prediction is Steelers, 17, Ravens, 14, man. That's what I got today, man. I think it's going to be a defensive battle, man. We're going to see, man. It's the Underground Sports Show. It's your host, Filthy Rich, man. Once again, appreciate everybody in the chat. Sorry for the choppiness today, man, but next week, man, it's going to be way better, man. We out, man. Check me out Tuesday, 11 p.m. too. If not, man, wake up in the morning and watch that shit. It's still a great show, man. We out. Yeah.
It's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run.
Yeah.
Pass your ass.
Come on, Steelers.
Before you done.
Yeah.
It's the underground. It's the underground. Yeah. It's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass.
Once again,
you better run.
check me out 11 o'clock Tuesday night.
Before you done.
Yeah.
Move the sticks. First down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Mike Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip the coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the balls, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground.